Guys, welcome to Java JSON, and in this video we are going to discuss about what is class and what are the types of the classes are available in Java. So we are going to discuss in the depth each and everything, so please be patient and enjoy these classes. Okay, so basically so many people are ask you like what is the classes, what is the object. So those things we can cover in the OOPS concept, but as of now just understand what is class. So in Java, a class is a blueprint or template of creating object which are instance of the class. What is the meaning of that? Okay, let's understand. Okay, so what is the meaning of blueprint? Blueprint means whatever the real object you have, the two copy of that object, that is called a blueprint. Template of creating a object. So whatever the object we have created, those blueprint you can say. So which are the instance of the classes? Okay, we can discuss practically. A class contains a variables and methods that define the behavior and the state of the object. So for example, if I talk about the class, so for example, let us take, you can say a student is a one class, teacher is a one class, college is a one class, a school is a one class, house is a one class, doctor is a one class, patient is a one class, hospital is a one class. So in the different form, having a lots of the classes you can create, and the classes is nothing but the class having a some types and behavior. So we are discussing about the behavior. A class contains a variables. Variables is means property. For example, I am a student. So a student having a property called student ID, student name, student fee, student college, student courses. So those are the property having a particular students. Okay. Same thing if I talk about something like person. Yeah, something about a school. So if I talk about the schools, a school having also some property, like property called a school having a school's ID, a school's zip code, a school's name, a school whatever the branches he given. So those are the property you can say having a schools. Okay. In the same thing you can say those are the behaviors or properties, and also define a method, behavior and a state of the object. So behavior we are considering like variables and methods. So method we can consider as a what fields, properties and some behavior. So a school's behavior is like provide the education to the particular student. Sorry, student behavior is like go to the class and learn every day, and cover whole whatever the courses is going on your particular classes. So those things are the behaviors of the particular student or something like schools. Okay. A class can have a fields. So yeah, every student, college, people, person or anything, hospital having a some fields which is variables, constructors and methods. Definitely. Fields are used to hold data or state. Yes. Constructor are used to create a object, and method are used to perform an action or operation on object. So let's understand these things with example. Okay. So here I am going to create one class. Simple create one class called a student. So a student is okay. So stu student or students, nothing. So I'm going to create a class which is students. So this class I have created. So this class, this is not a real class, this is not a real object, but virtually I have represent this class is a student. So I am talking about the students here, and this class is nothing but a student class, a student's class. Okay, so this we can say this is the blueprint of object. This is called blueprint of object. Blueprint blueprint of a real object, right? So this is a class which is blueprint of the real object. Now every student having a some id. So let's create one id which is a student id, so we can say sid. So this sid is called a variable. This id also called a properties. So we are saying properties. So this is the id. I'm going to create a one name, so a string name also, and then a string a student course, what the student course are doing. Okay, so just take three fields. So all these three fields are nothing but property of a student. Property means something like his own properties, his own identity, we can say. So this is the property, so variable of a student. Same thing if I talk about the behavior. So behavior means students are doing like a study, so we can create one. For example, students are deposit the amount, students are giving the test, so we can say like void test, yeah, exam test, yeah, something. You can create a method. So this method having some behavior which is performing the test of a student. So we can write here student, sorry, a student test is going on. So this is called behavior of a student. Okay, behavior of the student. Okay, so as of now you understood what is the class which is a blueprint of object. This is the something name. Okay, and this is the method which is behavior. Now I am going to create one main method. Okay, and here I am going to create one student object. So if I create a student object, a student is equal to new student. So this is one student is created, that is called instance of S1 student. Okay, so this is the S1 student. So in college or schools having a lots of the student, so whatever the students object we need, for example in my college having a 10 student, so I have to create this 10 object and I have to store the details of 10 students here. Okay, so S1 having a some other name like Ramu, Syam, something. Okay, Raju, Prince, Deepak. So like that you can create. So as of now I have created 5. So this is the 5 student having a different properties, different name, different courses they are enrolled and they are doing the study. Okay, so that is called the instance, and this instance is not a blueprint. This is a real identity we are setting inside this. Okay. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. So this is the something data. If you want to set the data inside this, so you can write s1 dot id. So sid something 101. If you want to set s2, so s1 dot course is something like Java. Some students are doing Java. s1 dot name. So the name of the state is something called prince. Okay, so this is the one property of the student. Same thing you can write for the another student, same thing you can write for the third student. So like that you can store the all the property of the student and you can do the work on that. Okay, so this is the terminology and things you need to understand while doing a coding to understand. Okay, I hope you understood as of now. Let's go to the slide and understand. So those things you understood. Okay, and those fields are used to hold a data or a state. As of now you have seen. So these fields are able to hold, like SID, courses name, are able to hold the data of those particular students. Okay, next. So in Java there are several type of the classes. Some of the commonly used type of the classes in Java are concrete class. So just before I created one class which is concrete class only, a class that can be instantiated and object can be created from it. It is called a concrete class. This is the most common type of the classes in Java. So we are creating a concrete class just before. What is the abstract class? So if you want to create an abstract class or if you want to create an interface class, you can just learn this one. Okay, so I'm going to create a abstract class and you can see. So just control and here you can search abstract. If it is no, just search the class. Okay, and here you can write A. So if you want, this is the concrete class right now, but if you want to make it abstract class, just write here abstract. ABSTRACT. So once you write the abstract keyword here, it's become an abstract class. If you want to write a concrete class, so nothing. Class, concrete class. Concrete class. So this is something called concrete class if you write like that. So this is called concrete class, CONCRET, concrete CLA class. And this is called abstract class. Abstract class. If you want to create an interface, you can write like that, not class. That time you have to use interface. So write a interface keyword and give the class name which is interface. Interface class open close. So this is called an interface class. Abstract class. So this is the name you have to give, which is interface class. Interface class. If you write class inside some other classes, class, inner class, so that is also possible. So if some classes inside you are writing any other classes like that, for example, I have a one class called concrete class. Inside the concrete class you are writing any other classes which is called inner class. Okay, inner class. So those terminology you have to understand. So we have completed the concrete class, abstract class, interface class, inner class, anonymous class, final class, utility class. Okay, so those things we can cover later. What is the anonymous, what is the final class, what is the utility class. So if you see here, if you want to create a final class, you can just write final class and you can write final class name. So this will become a final class. Okay, if you want to create some anonymous class, So you can create an anonymous class also. So like that we can create an anonymous class and we can provide implementation on that. Okay, so it's very simple. Inside the method you can create it, and also if you want to create some like utility class, so utility class something like if you create one class, and in the class you can just define some method which is helping to other classes. Okay, for example, class A I have created, and inside the class A I have created helper method only, helper method to other class, that is called utility, that is called utility class, utility class. Okay, what is the final class? If you use the final keyword while creating class, so that is called final class. If you want to see, you can see like Control Shift T, and here you can write a string. So a string is one final class. So if you go and see what is a string, so you can see a string is a final class. Here you can see, so a string is a final class, public final class string. If you want to see some interface, so in Java we have some concrete class. So I will show you. Control Shift T, you enter, and you can print object. So we have one class called object. It's a super class of all those classes. By default it will come. Okay, so this is called a concrete class. Like whatever the classes we have created as of now, those all classes by default implement or extend these object classes. Okay, so this is called object class, which is concrete class. If you want to see the interface, so for example in Java, if you want to see the interface, Control Shift T, and you can search one interface called interface is there like comparable, or comparator. Yeah, comparable, you can see. So this is the interface, you can see here. If you open this, so this is the interface class. So in Java JDK there is so many classes are available already. Okay, so this is the comparable classes, which is interface. Okay, if you want to see some abstract classes also, so those abstract classes also are there. Okay, so later we can discuss everything about it. Okay, but what is the abstract class? We need to just know about it. Okay, so here if you go and if you see, so in the concrete class, if you create any concrete class, the rule of the concrete class is you can't define here any abstract class properties or behaviors. Okay, here you only can define the normal method, constructor, or inner classes or something like that. If you go to the abstract class, so abstract class will be created with the help of the abstract keyword, and inside the abstract classes you can write abstract method and what, concrete method also. Here you can define the abstract variables and normal variable also. In the interface you can define, for example, just take the example, so void m1 and just give like that. So you have to add a abstract. Okay, so here you can add abstract. So this is the abstract method will represent. Same method you can write here also in the interface also. But only difference is in the interface you can't write any concrete methods, which is publics void m2. and you can define it here. Here we are getting the error, but same method we can able to define in the abstract class. So those are the basic difference you can see. So in the interface class, it's not possible to define the methods, but Java 1.8 onwards we can define a public like default and a static method inside the interface. But in the abstract class we can write abstract method also and a concrete method also. Both are possible here. If you can write here constructor also, okay, but here you can't write a constructor and you can't create a object for that. You can't create an object for the interface, you can't create an object for the abstract class. You can create an object only those implemented class only. And final class means you can't can't implement or extend this class. Implement and extend this class. What is the meaning of that? Extend or implement means inheritance. So you can't do the inheritance property with final classes. Okay, so those is the one restrictions will be provided when you make any class as a final class. So those things you have to just aware about it. Okay, that's it, not more than that. Okay, once you know about it, that's it, fine. Okay, let's go and talk about some other things. Okay, so those are the things. In Java there are several type of the classes are available. Some of the commonly used type of the classes in Java are concrete class. So basically we are in the real-time industry. While doing a work as a developer, we are creating a concrete class maximum times, then after some time abstract class, and maximum for the architectures. If you are a lead or something, then you have to go with the interface and provide the rules and regulations. Sometimes we need a inner class also, sometimes we need a anonymous class also. In the rare case we want a final class, and utility class definitely we need. Okay, so those are the classes in real times we are using, and it's a very important. So please remember it, and later we can discuss each and everything in the depth. Okay, thank you so much.